I want to talk about what distracts you initially, right? Because like, is it losing a relationship, falling out of love? What is it?
Oh man.
Because there is those storylines kind of woven throughout this body of work.
Yeah, it was a lot of things. It's a lot of things. And it's okay. It's a combination of like I got into a long relationship where I was living with this girl, and we were dating for 3 years. Um, wish her the best. I don't want to get too deep into it, but it was like I've never lived with someone before, and that was like a lot of pressure for me. And I, it was really tough for me to like leave the relationship because I low-key wanted to get out of it for a while, and it took me a while to like to be like, all right, this is over. I didn't know how to do that, so I just kind of it's hard. So I just kind of stayed with her, and it was eating me up inside. And people around me, I think they knew that I was like unhappy. But that was also the time where I was making, I was starting to make music for this album. But before that, before I even got into this relationship, it was also just like a rocky year for me in 2020. It was like just mentally going through a lot of stuff. I was away from my family for like 3 years. It was for like some visa reason. I couldn't like leave the States, or else there would be a risk of me not coming back for a while because it was the pandemic and it was just hard to get my visa renewed. But yeah, I think it was just like relationships and mental stuff. And but I'm back. I'm back now.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. And I don't plan to leave for that long anymore.
When you talk about like pressure living with another human being,
Yeah.
is there a point where you get comfortable, or is it always pressure? And like, I do genuinely relate to what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, the pressure was more just from just me being like, I know I want to break up with this person, but if I do break up with this person, where is she gonna like? I don't know where she's gonna live, or like I don't want that like awkward stage of like we break up and then we live together for another 2 weeks as she tries to figure out like a new living situation, and it's just awkward for 2 weeks.
So you just push it off.
Push it off. But I was just like, it was getting to a point where I would just stay up till like, I'll be like sleeping next to her. Oh my God. I'll be sleeping next to her and I would like not be able to go to sleep because I'm just thinking about like, how do I do this? How do I get out of this? I'd stay up till like 8 a.m. And yeah, she'd wake up in the morning and she wouldn't know that I did not sleep at all.
Your eyes are just wide open, staring at the ceiling.
Yeah. So it was a chill relationship. It was a nice, chill relationship.
So when into the 3 years do you start feeling this way?
About like the first year.
Damn, Brian.
It took me a while, okay? I'm a people pleaser, it seems. But after this relationship, 3 months after this relationship ended, I met this other girl, or woman, I should say. She was 4 years older than me, and I wanted to be single for a long time after that 3-year relationship. I told myself, as soon as I get out, because I've been thinking about it for a while.
2 years?
Yeah. We had a cat together. I was like, as soon as I get out of this, I'm going to be out for a minute. I'm going to be single for a long time and just focus on my career. And then 3 months later, I meet this person and just fell in love with her, And I was like, it felt like I knew it was too soon. But it also felt like a disrespect to God if I didn't give it a shot, if I didn't give it a try. So I did. And we were together for about 8 months. And for this one day I just had that thought of like, maybe I should break up with her. I should be single. And I only waited 7 days. And this was the first time where I actually initiated the breakup. So,
but you need to have these experiences, even though it was prolonged by 2 years.
Yeah.
To be able to exist in this world and learn.
Yeah.
Like you gotta like.
Yeah.
Come on, you should be proud of yourself.
Thank you. I am pretty proud. I want to be. I wish I could tell my therapist that, but he like retired, which is annoying.
Wait,
You pushed this guy to retirement, eh?
No, it was the same therapist that I've had since like 2018, and then I hadn't talked to him for like a year or two, and I started talking to him like kind of around the breakup time, and in one of the sessions he was like, "Oh yeah, did I tell you that I'm retiring soon?" I was like,
Aw.
"No, you did not tell me that," and so now I just don't go to therapy because I don't want to start a whole new thing with a whole new person.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Feels like another relationship.
Yeah.
I don't need that. So anyway, yeah.
Okay. One of the lyrics, by the way, in She,
Mm.
you can never fuck my girl, because if you did, she wasn't mine. Did she really see my soul
Yeah,
or dollar signs?
yeah.
oh,
Did she cheat on you?
But I'm an anxious person. I have an anxious attachment tendency, it seems. And I only learned that from this last relationship that I was in, because the reason why I was very attracted to her was because she was the complete opposite of my 3-year ex. Because she was just like, she had her own thing going on. She was a stand-up comedian, and she had a very full social life. She was older than me, but yeah, sometimes she was like busier than me, and I was not used to that. And I was like, that's very attractive. But then as we got deeper into the relationship, I realized that I'm like, oh, I'm feeling things. I'm feeling like insecure about certain things, or like anxious, because there's a lot of men in her life who are just always hitting on her and stuff like that, and she's always out. She's always out doing stuff, and I wasn't used to that. So I think it was just like in my brain a lot, that concept of like, I was never scared she was gonna cheat on me, but I was always scared that she was gonna like fall in love with someone else, or like flirt with someone else, or like, because yeah, don't like how that feels.
Any part of you surprised that that's the way you would react to that situation?
Um,
Because you really don't know until you're in it.
yeah. I was surprised because it was like it really was getting to me. I was like losing sleep over certain situations, certain like things that happened that just like kept playing in my head.
But really not
Yeah.
true.
No, some of it were true. Well, I'm not talking about like imaginary scenarios. I'm talking about like actual
Real life.
real life things that happened where like a guy would be like hitting on her in front of me, and it would just like, or she would just like laugh at his joke a little too hard, and I would just think about it. In the moment, I'm always just kind of like, it feels like a little sting, but in the moment, I'm like, I think I'm fine. I don't think that really affected me that much, and I don't know how much it affects me until I go home and I try to go to bed and I can't. Yeah.